That'll do. So here's the boiler, and let's just see if we can show you inside. I doubt if it will show it, but there's the burning head. Well, that's where it goes. And up there, I don't know if you can see, this is in the back of the boiler. There's a grate down there at the back of the boiler, and there's a flap there. See that flap? So when it's open, the exhaust gases go straight to the chimney, and then when you close it, they go through the serpentine heat exchanger at the back. So open is for starting, and once it's up to temperature you close it and get more heat out of the exhaust. And there's the thermostatic air inlet valve, and it goes down that chain, and when you're using log you connect that chain to that lever. Come on camera, focus, like that. So let's stick the that's the top. Put the seal. Ah, rats. I think we'll have to put that round when that's halfway in. Ah, this is the problem, I remember. It's a right pain to get the head back in. I'll just switch the camera off. Now, whilst I've got your attention, let's just imagine we're in a bookshop and you've drawn this down off the shelf. So let's have a look through. Got a huge line of illustrations. There's a bit about me. Then there's the introduction and the background to wood fuel, how wood burns. This is just sort of like as if you were in the bookshop flipping through how to buy wood, various types, contractors. Let me see if we can get that in like, yeah, and timber lorries, how to store wood, that's your wood shed, all different types of saws, axes, how timber dries, and this is that chart that I was telling you about on the oven dried video. So there's lots about that, and there you go, there's that picture of the cells growing your own fuel. And we're just talking about woodland and all that sort of thing, and why you want to plant trees, how to make charcoal. That's a homemade charcoal kiln. It's out of an industrial hot water cylinder, big galvanised one. Stove designs. Somewhere in here there's also the link between growing your own wood and how much carbon is sequestered or locked up in new woodland, because existing woodland, it has a sort of an average of its carbon content, and you don't really increase or decrease your carbon footprint by owning a piece of woodland, but you decrease your carbon footprint if you plant new woodland. Stove design and chimneys. And there's a huge great stainless steel chimney, and all the chimney problems. So I'll put some parcel tape round that seal, hold it in place, got my arm in there, and we're away. Somewhere, here we are, I just put a bit of copper slit just on those threads. It gets warm, you know, you might as well put something on there to make life easier next time. You'd think there'd be some clips to hold this this cover on, you know, because really it looks like this is the sort of job you'll have to do every autumn. So I'll just do these up and then we'll get it fired up. Just whilst we're here, and because the hopper's empty, just see if I can see in there. I doubt if you can. And we'll just shine a torch in there. And can you see the auger there? That's the auger. And I've marked it on the side there with the various weights of pellets. There you go. So to start it, we got a handful of pellets. Like that. Okay. And you put some, you can do it all sorts of ways, but this is a bit of paraffin. Bearing in mind, you know, you might only have to start this once a season. Yeah, typical. There's a bit of a draft coming through. Really could do with barbecue lighting fluid or something like that. Not petrol, definitely not. It'll go woof. And we'll just let that get going. And then when this is going properly, you poke it in the burning head and switch the computer on. It's on stop at the moment because it ran out of fuel, and it's the ideal opportunity to get this burning head cleaned out. I wonder if that's good enough yet. It really wants to be going well. Let's give it a go. Poke that in there. Press start, and that'll bring the pellets through. Let's grab hold of this camera and bring it in here. See if it'll... So I'm just pressing start to move the pellets forward, and it's on stop, so we just press this and then press start, and away it goes. Let's just see if it... Yep. You can just hear the fan there. I'll just open the start gate. Can we see there? There we go. From start, move it to run. And there's the, see, we're up to 112 on the exhaust, oxygen 15%, and the water temperature is starting to rise. There's the over temperature switch, thermostatic switch. Yeah, let's just open the door. And we're back again. We got the water heating systems, which I think I've shown before. That's a standard hot tank stove, etc. And then there's the next one is where you make it a bit easier, because you've got a heat link, which is probably in your bathroom. And then there's a bit about central heating, how you can get that to work. It's just standard stuff really, but not many people know about this stuff anymore. And there you got your different types of hot water cylinder, dual coil, and then we got wood chips and wood pellets, and how you make wood pellets, and the various types of wood pellet heater and boiler. There's a bigger version of the one we've got, and then the old-fashioned type batch burner. And this here is the stove we've got there. So the gases go up and through that valve to the chimney, and then once they're warmed up goes up, down and back up again. And just about here somewhere on the side there's a trap to clean that lot out, and there's a little door at the top again to clean that lot. And there you go. And this is the auger motor. And there you see it just run. So moving on, how to select. That's the size of stove. So you've got all the different heat outputs and the different calculations, how to make things efficient, how to install a stove, a beginner's guide to stove use, which, you know, for some people it's a whole new ball game. Do you have to light this stove? You've seen that before in the what is it, waxing your boots video, and that's the one that's in the Eco Lodge, which is more efficient. And then again, you've all seen this type of stove door, because we've done it in the build your stove out of bits found in the nettles. And there's one, there's a stove that's I made out of a couple of all-terrain forklift rims, big wide rims. So there's only 2 rims there, sort of fairly architectural really. So there's all that lot. Then there's a bit about sharp bits, about hurting yourself, and chainsaws. And then there's a bit about chains and chainsaws again. And then there's my attitude towards it, which people find quite entertaining really, and it cuts to the quick about modern lifestyle. Then you got the resources in the back. So just imagine you've just been looking through this in a bookshop, so now you know what's in there.